Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. They'll operate out of split backs. Handoff, Fluff Popwell. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Taylor wants to throw. And the quick shuffle pass. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Alabama's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. but I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Zings it complete to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a crease. It's Hill. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Russell. Under fire. He's knocked down. Short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Scanning the field. It's Russell. He'll pull it down. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. On the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quick strike complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's got him. Touchdown, Bama! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Mississippi State right back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate.
Breaks into the open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Defense in press coverage. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. The run inside. It's Hill. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll run the counter. Steamrolls his way ahead. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Working that left side now. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Keelan Russell. He's going for the big play. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Complete on the left to Williams. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On third down, here's Bothwell. Might have a chance. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. A first down for the offense.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch with this off.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you got to be extra careful with your ball security.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Flips it out to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Now here's Russell. Looking long. Got it down the field. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And defensively, it's so hard when you've got a running back who can get out of the backfield and make plays. And they run him on the wheel route, so I got to ask somebody to stick him, to be good in man coverage.
Snags it, and there's running room. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Pushes toward the goal line. Brought down short of the end zone, and that will bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Gets it into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Cradles it at the 35. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Throwing Russell. Looking down the middle. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown tie. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Fires quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Mississippi State right back to the line. Keeps it on the option. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Pulls and fired complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Russell fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Russell. It's complete on the right side. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down setting.
There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Taylor wants to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the home team in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in Stark Vegas. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Can't get him to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They feed him again. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Keelan Russell. Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open.
who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And his slips just inside that right upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. On first down, it's Bothwell again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football. Makes the catch, and he's free. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Personal foul. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Quickly to the tight end. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Russell on play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart. A really nice job by the quarterback, putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend. QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Keeps it himself and gets to first. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Gets it to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Unloads quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got it. He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Throwing Russell. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And these quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Russell from the gun on third down. Looking for a big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella, fighting off the defender. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Swan. Rushes on him. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Right down the middle. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quick completion to the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Offense in a bunch formation. On the run, it's Hill. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running inside. It's Hill. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Back to the ground with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Maybe some room here. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gives it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it. It's Hill. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Back's going for the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. While they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got